Okay guys, to begin this multiple part technique, what I like to do first is to give the client the exact part that they like to wear their hair. And this is because some people are very specific. So what I'm doing now is to give her the specific side parts that she likes to wear her braids. And she likes to wear her side part right in between her eyebrows. So I'm doing that first before I actually go ahead and make random parts, okay? You could have as many random parts as you want, but for people who are specific on the parts that they like to wear their hair, I like to do the specific parts that they like to wear their hair first, okay? So right now I'm doing her side part and I'm using Shine and Jam to help me clean the parts. And once I'm done doing the side parts, I will then move on to doing the middle part. Okay, so for the middle, I'm just going to use her nose as a guide because she likes her middle to be exactly in the middle. Some people like to have their middle parts a little bit off middle part, but for her, she likes to wear her exactly in the middle, so I'm using her nose as a guide. I also like to pre-section the parts that the client wants. This also helps me to get the depth of the part, basically how deep the parts go. So right now I have her hair into 4 sections, but she actually has 2 side parts and 1 middle part. So what I'm doing now, I am connecting all the parts from the back, basically how deep the parts go. I'm just going to connect all of them and I'm going to show you once I turn her head around, okay? So this is the depth of the part and I'm just going to make sure that they are all connected and they are all nice and neat. So just keep on watching. Okay, so for those of you who are wondering how I did the twist, I'm just going to briefly show you guys the twist technique. So for the twist technique, I basically section her hair like you see, and I'm doing the box parts and using Shine and Jam to smoothen her hair. And then I'm going to start braiding, okay? So I just comb out her hair like this and grab the braiding hair. I'm using pre-stretch braiding hair, as you can see. So because I am starting the twist with braids, with box braids, this is how I like to start twist for the most part because it makes it last longer. I'm going to fold the braids using one very thin strand. You see the thin strand right there? I fold the braids so that one strand is super thin and then 2 strands are thick, because the thin strand is going to go into one strand to make it 2 strands. You will see what I mean as you keep on watching. So I braid first like this, regular, like you would start box braids. I braid about less than an inch basically, and then once I get the base nice and secure, I'm going to connect that thin strand into one of the thick strands so that I could have 2 strands like this. And then I'm going to start twisting in opposite direction. So my right hand is twisting down and my left hand is twisting up, okay? So don't worry, I will be having a detailed twist class really soon. So this is just a quick tutorial. So I just twist, 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 twist. So I'm twisting in opposite directions, okay? Right hand is twisting down, left hand is twisting up. And I just keep twisting, twisting, twisting until I get to the end. And when I get to the end, I'm going to make a little knot. So just keep on watching. Alright guys, back to the multiple parts. So for the multiple parts, other than doing random parts, another important thing is once you make your straight line across, you want to braid the braid in the appropriate direction, okay? So I'm doing this section for her side part right now, and I just made a random straight line, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is to do the twist to fall on the side, okay? Okay, let me illustrate what I just explained, okay? So this is the direction of the camera that you just saw on her head, okay? So let's imagine that that's her head and these are the sides and that's the middle and that's the line that connected the parts across. And these are the random parts that I'm going to be braiding towards the side, okay? So this is what I mean by braiding towards the side. You see how the pen is just going down like that, okay? Now for the middle, after making the random part, the lines are just going to go, you see how my hand is positioned, so I'm going to be braiding backwards like this, and when I get to the other side I will braid that direction. Did you notice the direction? That's exactly what I mean. So the reason why I like to follow the direction of the parts is so that when she's styling her braids and she's flipping the braids in multiple directions, the hair could fall according to the direction she flips the braid, okay? Instead of flipping the braid and then the braid looks like it's upside down or it's not laying flat, that happens when you do not like braid in the proper direction, okay? So this is basically my trick, and this is how I like to make the parts flexible, and when she styles it, it lays nice and flat. So once I'm done doing the back direction, braiding backwards, you see I'm moving the braids. If I move it left or right, it's going to fall accordingly, okay? So that's my little trick, and then once I'm done, I will go over and do the other side. So just keep on watching. for Senegalese twist like this, I only dip the ends, basically where the knot stops. I don't dip more than that because for Senegalese twist with this kind of, braiding here, it will unravel. Okay, so just dip just the ends, and I just applied some mousse, and that's basically the finishing touch. So the hair is done, and she could style it in multiple ways. She has so many parts that she could style the braids on. And that's it for the multiple parts. So thank you so much for watching this video. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.